Ratrod, huh? Ratrod. What do we got? Well, why not the old pickup? We're gonna make this a Ratrod here at the chop shop. Yep, we got her all tore apart. I'm not going to use that bed. You can see I started to cut it off once upon a time for a different project and went a different direction, so you'll swim Michigan drinking water. Get this stripped off and we'll get back to it in about an hour. You too. Well, out of the stripper, and yeah, still got some cleanup work to do. Bed, gone. I'm thinking hood, gone, or most of the hood. And then getting creative from there. Well, got her chopped in half. Whoa, magician, huh? I'm still thinking about taking most of that hood off, which is not going to be as easy as this was, that's for sure. I still don't have a jeweler's saw. I got a coping saw, which will help some. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll get her. Have to fill in that back for later. And I'm thinking about trying to fabricate at least part of the frame. And yeah, we're going to make this thing ratty. Well, it was an epic battle. Me, the diagram, or the Dremel, and a little bit of coping saw. Now it's going to be file. Well, as you can see, I've been kind of busy. Got that hood all nice and shaped up, sanded, filed. Still need to fill in that gap. The frame, I went ahead and made a rear section for the frame. Z'd it up there. Little leaf springs. Added the Samad wheels to the front. And yeah, it's going to be a big old fat tire dually. And remember that little back half pickup, I'm going to go ahead and make a little trailer for it too. I don't know if I'll include it in this rest of this build or not, but that's in the works. This, I got an engine coming from Benchworks to stuff in that cavity there, and then we'll get to doing some artwork. Now I'm going to fill in that gap in the back of the cab by using the high heat. It's a two-part epoxy, and you just cut a little piece off, mix it together, and then apply it to the back and let it set up. And once it sets up, then I can notch it to go over the frame rails. Well, we got all our shaping and pre-sanding done. It's shaped up pretty good. Now that's with that high heat. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'll notch out for the frame rails. Then I'll add some of the white putty, which is really thin compared to the gray or the orange cap stuff. It was more like Bondo. This stuff, I mean, it is just smear and it is almost dry immediately. Just got my engine from Benchworks, and none of this is glued. It's just setting together. But look at that. That is going to be one bad little Ratrod. Look at that. Got the trailer. Of course, I don't have the hitch perfected yet, and it had to just fall off, of course. Take two. Look at that detail. Got the engine all glued in. Everything is ready for paint. Alright, here we started off with the red oxide primer. It's a rattle can, and it's actually dried actually over the 4th of July. Happy 4th, everybody. I hope everybody had a fun and safe day. And I'm thinking we're going to go, I don't know, I always like green when it comes to rat rods. I don't know, but this one's got a purpose. I'm going to try to emulate my nephew's truck, although his is an old Dodge. But, hey, I'm a Chevy guy. I mixed some black into that green, and it's a really dark green, but with some sanding and toning, we'll bring a lot of it back out. And I went and got, yes, I went and spent money to see what this hobby does to a person. So, I'll have to watch a Chuck at Flying Valiant and school myself up a little bit before I attempt this. He's a great teacher when it comes to this weathering techniques. He's amazing. If you haven't watched him, you need to. And if you're watching me, I'm sure you're watching him. So, we'll let this dry up for a while and start playing. And after some weathering, I think it looks pretty good for my first attempt at using those. Got the frame pieces done too, so we'll go ahead and do an assembly here. I'm just putting some taillights on the truck chassis. So we'll see you real soon. Well, let's roll her out. There she be. I think it turned out pretty good. Try to get it a little bit zoomed in. Rat rod for the Diecast Mafia. It was a fun build, except for that hitch. I still need to fix that. Make sure you check out everybody else's builds and enjoy them. I mean, it is a fun hobby, and we sure enjoy these challenges. Some are a little harder than others. Look at those little taillights I made out of wire. Again, enjoy everybody's builds. We'll catch you down the road.